And then I said, oh, so you were a receiver? And he started to explain it. And here's the saddest thing. His voice just trailed off. He said, I was good. And then he went silent and he goes, oh, never mind. No, you're laughing. I thought it was so sad because I realized that's why he was in his basement during the whole election cycle.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So to anyone else who thought that Donald Trump climbing in the polls was just some sort of flash in the pan reaction to, all the ridiculous and clearly politically motivated indictments, guys, we were totally wrong. This is not stopping, and it's really not even slowing down. So a year from now, we're either going to see one of two things. We're going to see that the Democrats found a way to win. They found a strategy or a platform to resonate with the average American, because they already have in the bag, of course, all these mushy-brained, vote blue no matter who type of people, which I still can't believe that they still exist. Or, what I hope, we're going to see that this current trend continues and that Trump completely demolishes the left in what, guys, I hope is honestly the most soul-crushing presidential victory in history. And I'm really, at this point, I'm not seeing a lot of middle ground scenario here. And I don't know, call me naive, call me biased, call it wishful thinking, call it the fact that I truly am worried that we would not survive another 4 years of Joe's progressive handlers handling whatever it is they think that they're handling. But whatever you want to call it. I believe that it's absolutely happening. It needs to happen. And, it's the collective of scenes like these that I'm about to show you, that scenes happening in the deepest blue places on earth, that shows me that this can happen. I'm going to show you this, but guys, before we do, thanks so much to everyone that's been subscribing and leaving such great comments. Really appreciate all the support. We're building an awesome community together. And if you haven't already, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel and join us. Check this out.
70% Biden, 62% say Donald Trump. Now that it is so loud, this is a good time for you to talk to the people.
Let's go talk to the people because we want to know what they think about this. All right. Hello. How are you? So, are you excited about this next election?
Oh, well, yes.
Are you thinking more Biden or Donald Trump? Because
Donald Trump, you don't even have to finish. I can tell you that real quick.
Why Donald Trump?
Because I know that he loves our country, and I know that he is a godly man.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, sir, what about you? Who are you leaning toward in this next election?
Donald Trump, baby.
Why?
He's got a report card. He talks from the heart, and the people know his true self. He's not a phony. He's for the people.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
it.
Ma'am, what do you think about the prosecution of Donald Trump? Yesterday, during his press conference, he said that it's election interference.
I think it's completely election interference. As a lawyer, I'm petrified that I'm watching judges and prosecutors behave this way to individual Americans. And the other point about these polls, the 67% that's not enthusiastic is a whole bunch of Trump supporters who are lying to pollsters.
Wow.
Whereas Biden is totally, those are his numbers.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, what is going on with Joe Biden? It seems like there's a lack of enthusiasm with him, with his own party. Why is that?
Well, things keep coming out now that he's done, and doesn't sound very good for him. And I don't think anybody's very proud of him, shaking hands with the air and not knowing his way off a stage and kind of putting us to shame in front of the rest of the world. So I don't think if I was, had been his supporter, I'd be very pleased with what's going on. I think that's what's happening with the Democrats.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I got time for one more. All right, ma'am, I'm going to come back here to you. So who's your candidate in this race?
Donald Trump.
Why?
Why? Because when he was president, I felt like my life was better. I felt safer. Our bank account was doing better than it is right now, and we don't have all these immigrants that are clogging up our schools and making the streets not safe.
Life was just better.
Life was just better.
Just that simple.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. All right.
Now, I'm not sure if those folks are New Yorkers. They don't really look like tourists to me. I hope that they're locals. I really hope that they're New Yorkers, because here's the thing. If this is a collection of random New Yorkers and these are their thoughts, then Joe is freaking toast for sure, because things are absolutely shifting. But really, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think is happening? This can't all be because of indictments on Trump or preferential treatment for the Bidens. I honestly don't think enough people truly know or truly care what's going on with all that for this to just be about that. I think it's more, and I want to know what is waking up so many people that just such a short time ago wouldn't have even given the man another thought. Donald Trump, I mean. And even if they did, they wouldn't dare be brave enough to say it out loud, especially in front of a TV camera. And honestly, man, at the same time that people are waking up to the actual truth about Donald Trump, who he really is, what he really did, and what he's really about, at that same time, all but the truly propagandized are also waking up to the fact that Joe Biden is not even close to being who they told us he was and who they've told us he was for decades. They told us he's a dedicated family man. And then we saw that he's literally destroyed the lives of his children and completely just discarded a 4-year-old innocent kid right in front of our eyes. They told us he was Amtrak Joe, the poorest man in Congress, while they've literally tried to hide the fact that just about every nation on earth is sending Bidens millions and millions of dollars through shady offshore tax shelters. On top of all that, on top of everything, even if the guy was a class A, grade A, just stand-up guy, on top of all that, the man can't think. The man cannot speak on his own. I mean, like, truly, what the hell, people? What took you so long, man? But luckily, there are people who probably for selfish reason, they want to make sure that they end up on the right side of history in regards to the elder abuse, which is what this is, that they've witnessed. Take a look at Sage Steele from ESPN finally speaking out on her experience.
All over.
I would have preferred to keep it via satellite versus in person for Clinton as well. And then I said, oh, so you were a receiver? And he started to explain it. And here's the saddest thing. His voice just trailed off. He said, I was good. And then he went silent and he goes, oh, never mind. No, you're laughing. I thought it was so sad because I realized that's why he was in his basement during the whole election cycle. Right. Because even then, he couldn't finish his sentences. He struggled. So forget about politics. I don't care. I didn't vote for him. However, that made me sad to realize.
So you didn't vote for Biden either?
No.
Dude, I had no idea. Let me know in the comments if you guys knew, but I had no idea that Sage Steele was so freaking based. I think I might actually love her. I am, however, I'm a little bit upset with her. I get towing the corporate line. I get needing to play that game to stay relevant on TV, especially at a place like ESPN. But God, come on, Sage. You knew all this. You felt all this back in 2021, and you reported something entirely different to the rest of us. No matter how you break it down, that is just not cool. That's lying. And, I got to ask, if polling was still good, would anybody be speaking up? Because no one spoke up when this senile old man led us towards a nuclear standoff. No one stood up and told these stories when he opened the floodgates at the southern border. They're only starting to speak up because public opinion is shifting. But, so that honestly that's not right. But for whatever reason, I'm happy to see people are finally standing up. But like I said, that's BS. But really, guys, in the grand scheme of things, who cares what some lady from ESPN thinks? All that matters is what we think. And thankfully, most of the polls show that Joe's in trouble, man, like real trouble. But anyway, I thought you guys would appreciate our friend Sage here. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you haven't already, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.